named Julian. He lived in a quiet town, in a small apartment above a bakery. His life was ordinary, sometimes painfully so. He worked at a factory, came home tired, and often wondered if his life would ever mean anything more than repetition. One rainy afternoon, while cleaning out the attic of the bakery where he rented his room, Julian stumbled upon a small, dusty wooden box. It was intricately carved with delicate patterns of stars and waves, and on the lid was a faint engraving, "For the one who dares to dream." Curious, he opened the box. Inside, there was a music mechanism. When he wound the tiny key and let it play, a soft, haunting melody filled the air. The sound was unlike anything he had heard before. It was gentle yet powerful, as though it carried secrets within its notes. From that day on, every time Julian listened to the melody, strange things began to happen. He would dream vivid dreams, dreams of places he had never been, of people he had never met, and of futures that felt both impossible and real. At first, he thought it was just his imagination. But soon, he noticed something undeniable. The dreams began to come true. He dreamt one night of a man in a green coat dropping his wallet in front of the bakery. The very next morning, it happened exactly as he had seen it. Another night, he dreamt of rain flooding the street outside, and 2 days later, a sudden storm did just that. Julian was astonished and afraid. What was this box? Why did it hold such power? Instead of keeping it a secret, he chose to follow its guidance. Each melody seemed to unlock a vision, a glimpse of what could be. One dream led him to help an old woman who had fallen in the street. Another guided him to apply for a position at the town library, a job he never thought he could get, but he did. His life slowly began to shift. For the first time, Julian felt that the universe was speaking to him, nudging him toward something greater. But one night, the melody revealed something different. The dream was darker. He saw himself standing alone, the box broken in his hands, and a feeling of emptiness surrounding him. He awoke trembling. The next morning, Julian stared at the music box. Should he keep using it? Or was he becoming too dependent on its song? He carried the box to the river that ran through the town. As he wound the key one last time, the melody rose into the air, more beautiful than ever before. Tears filled his eyes. He realized then what the box had truly given him. It wasn't the visions, it wasn't the dreams coming true. It was belief. Belief in possibilities. Belief in himself. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and let the box fall into the river. The current carried it away, and for the first time in years, Julian felt light. Without the box, his life didn't return to emptiness. Instead, it expanded. He had the courage to chase opportunities, to take risks, to step into the unknown without waiting for visions to guide him. He found work that inspired him, friends who uplifted him, and eventually, a family to share his dreams with. Years later, whenever Julian heard music playing, any melody, anywhere, he would smile. Because he knew that the real melody was not in the box. It was within him all along. And in the silence between notes, he had found his tomorrow.